Another PFL Sunday, another day of Philippines Football League action again to bring you as we come to you from the historic Rizal Memorial Stadium. Claro Manzano here alongside Ivan Gayares. We're glad to bring you the action. We'll bring in Nina Alvia later on and we look at our lineup of matches today. We are starting off with United City FC versus Tuloy. Later on, we've got Maharlika Taguig, Loyola FC, and we've got Kaya and Medjola squaring off dito po sa Rizal Memorial Stadium. And over at Cebu, we've got Dynamic Herb Cebu coming up or squaring off with Davao Aguilas UMAC FC. And a lot of games, Ivan, but all eyes on this matchup between Tuloy FC and United City.
Well, another exciting matchup ahead. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us. It's top of the table, United City. They want to come back and try to still fight for that title. As we take a look at the table, they're currently at number 6. Ito namang Tuloy FC at number 12, and both teams having their own internal challenges at the moment.
Right, as we know, Tuloy FC, a young group, of course, who are out to make it to the top 10, while United City, as we know, entered this tournament wanting to win it all, but we'll zoom in on their agenda as we will carry on. And there you go. United City, Ivan, they've had their setbacks, but they're still in this fight, as we know.
Well, after having a draw against Stallion Laguna, I think they scored first in that match, but a wasted opportunity for them to really go up. Losses against big name teams, Dynamic Herb Cebu in Cebu. They did win against Monte, but those key points that were dropped against their last 2 matches were critical. So now, kailangan nilang bumawi at kailangan nila makascore na full 3 to be still in mathematical contention of the top spot.
They did get that big winning streak in the season, yung United City FC, but some setbacks as of late as we see losing to Dynamic Herb Cebu and drawing with Stallion Laguna FC. In that game, both United and Stallion needed the win, so both, of course, treated that draw like a loss, we could say, as we carry on dito sa Tuloy FC. Results haven't been going their way, but I think that's not the entire picture right here.
Well, exactly that. But it was a difficult loss last week against Philippine Army. It was a very tough match. Initially, in the first half of this competition, Tuloy FC were in the first half of the standings. Pero ngayon, they dropped to 12. Now they have to do everything to get back to the top 10.
Let's see how the likes of John Lloyd Halike will get them going here. Or Lloyd, as he is called one of their top scorers and lead assist men. And let's see how the experienced Naughty Nunez will be able to keep them going. But as we know, again, they're made up of promising players, and when they mature and develop physically, they'll definitely be a force. And what more, they'll get even smarter, as we know, as we will turn it over to Nina Alvia to give us an update.
We have an important match ahead for United City, Ivan and Claro. Earlier, I spoke to their assistant coach, Mark Francisco, and he said they really need today's win to be able to get back on track. Though today's match is extremely detrimental to their shot at the championship, they're not letting this affect their nerves. Sabi ni Coach Mark, there still is pressure, but the confidence to win today is definitely much higher. And they're not underestimating Tuloy's capabilities either, and they really studied their movements and nuances for today's match. Sa kabila ng pitch, knowing na nakikita na sila as a fighting opponent, sumaya naman ang head coach ng Tuloy, si Coach Taki. Kasi ito naman talaga yung goal nila pagpasok ng PFL. Coach Taki said na extra motivation ito para sa kanila, but of course, they really need to show results to prove that they are playing well. And at the end of the day, they must be able to challenge themselves to be able to challenge their opponents. Back to you.
And there you go, as we are nearing our pre-match protocol. Kita nga natin, Ivan, UCFC are still keeping their foot on the throttle, hoping to get maximum points with all of the remaining games that they have. But easier said than done, because when we were oversimplifying yung outlook sa season, whoever wants to win the title has to win 14 games or go undefeated.
Well, exactly that. It's a very difficult proposition, but anything can still happen. This is a different type of competition, single round, and no, it's not really a marathon. It's a super sprint rather. And it will be interesting to see how they perform today. Itong Tuloy FC, they will do everything to get back to the top 10 and continue in the PFL in the next competition. Ito naman United City, they want to be number 1. So both teams really wanting a win today.
And there you go. Simple as this, they need that win, as we'll take it to the pitch for our pre-match walk-in. It's United City FC and Tuloy FC squaring off. And there you go. We see our team captains and match officials. Our referee is Meliton Pelayo. Ang kanyang assistants ay sila Relly Balila and KB Nanyola. Si Timothy De Castro ay ang fourth official. Si Gerardo Andres ay ang referee assessor. At si Mark Ian Baldo ay ang ating match commissioner. And we see our captains, si Ricky Sendra para sa United City FC and Noti Nunez of Tuloy FC was proudly carrying their banner right here at the handshakes as we'll eventually get on with our starting 11. Interesting from both sides, come to think of it, as we see Tuloy and UCFC running out to the pitch. And there you go, Ivan. What are your impressions?
Well, two changes from their previous lineup. Miggy Clarino is back on the starting lineup together with Diego Aspiras, so they're going to be both tested here. Mark Hartman starting up top for United City, and a very interesting proposition as they have that new midfield with Diego Aspiras starting in the center with Ricky Sendra.
So there are youngsters starting for UCFC. Dito naman sa Tuloy, lahat sila bata.
Well, obviously lahat sila bata, but yeah, two changes from the previous match against Gaya. It's Cyrus Gamboa starting in the midfield together with John Henson Diaz. So a different make in the middle for them. So it will be interesting to see how they match up against United City.
John Lloyd Halike, or Lloyd as he is known, pictured along with Mark Hartman. Hartman just getting some extra touches on the ball. As we will kick this off in a bit. Tuloy FC in their orange uniforms. United City FC in contrast are in their all black. And it's all to play for here. JL Halike has been the lead man for them. 4 assists in this season so far to go with his 7 goals. What a feat. And he's gone up through the youth national ranks, of course. Nag-culminate na halos playing for the U23 team last year.
Lloyd Halike, very strong up top, knows his role. Kahit nakatalikod against the goal, kaya niya mag-provide for his team because everyone in the PFL is trying to defend against him. So yun yung challenge ngayon. And especially on the screen right now, they're checking out itong goal side to make sure na walang lulusot and no phantom goals should be called.
It seemed like that inspection took a little longer than usual. Nag-adjustment ng konti.
A bit of a delay there, but both teams really eager. Good weather today here at the Rizal Memorial. Not so humid compared to last week. And parang signs of rain din for coming. But let's see, it's a bit cooler. So better football will be played today. And obviously, we will have our hydration breaks in this early afternoon matches. And it will be interesting to see how both of these players... both of these teams rather perform in this in better conditions.
And when you talk about better conditions and some signs of rain, overcast nga ang weather so far. Hence, halos walang araw for now. I'm not trying to curse anything, of course. They're going to take advantage and enjoy these conditions. But if we look at the forecast in their weather app for the moment, as we are trying to get an update, seems like there is no precipitation, at least for now. And a slight delay here, Ivan. What could possibly going through the heads of the players? Kasi nag-prepare na eh. Madalas kick-off kagad after the team photos and match official handshakes.
Their fourth official is trying to help out together with the assistant referee too. So just sorting out goal side naman sa on the reverse end just to check if there are gaps in the goals. So at the moment, no, it's you have to secure these gaps. Ideally, these things are done ahead of time during the initial egress of our referees. Pero ngayon, some changes. We have to just make sure na because these things are very important to determine kung pasok ba or hindi yung bola. So really have to be sure there. So yeah, key absences mula sa both teams. On the United City side, Matt Silva is on the bench as goalkeeper. Coffee Beanie, pati ito si Darlton Diga, those key uh, defensive players for United City. Ariel Nwekam, the double seven, sitting out at this time, and replacing him up front, ito si Mart Hartman. And sa Tuloy FC naman, um, before Denmark Oraka used to start on that one, but a bit of changes for them on this end.
As we say, Mark Hartman pictured, and we're just going through some final changes or fixes to the goal net. So I understand that this is the final inspection kasi madalas hours before the game, an inspection's already conducted. So there's still a second one just to make sure.
Yes, and after their initial warm up, kumbaga, may konting degradation din because balls are being sprayed inside the goal. So good thing that nahuli din ng officials ito before the start.
We see, understandably, Ricky Sandra wants to get this game going already. And when you referred to Matt Silva of United City FC, yung kanilang team captain, he is nursing a muscle injury, but he is potentially set to return next week, especially with UCFC facing heavier opponents again. But we're not taking anything away kay Henry Bandeken because madalas si Bandeken, yung Cameroonian goalkeeper of United City FC, would start in roughly all the PFL teams that he has featured in throughout the half decade or so already. Just shows how deep they are in that position.
Well, because of our rule changes in this season, we have that option.
As there you go, Lloyd Halike got this match underway already. We did have a brief delay again as the goal net needed some fixing. It's Tuloy again in their orange uniforms as they gave it away cheaply. Bugas will trigger a counter quickly. It's onto the experienced Ricky Sendra now, getting into the goalkeeper box. And it's eventually picked up by their keeper in Michael Antilo Jr., but I think you could expect a little safer hands.
No, if you take a look at that sequence, it was Tuloy FC who lost the ball near the edge of the final third. But now they do a counter-attack of their own, and alam mo talaga intentions nila today.
As they give it over to Diaz on the left. Bugas almost got it. Aspiras. Hartman. Binalik dito kay Bugas. Hartman. Sending it forward now. A well-controlled ball to the left. Limbo. Passing it back. This is also how UCFC likes to play, as we know. Nur Hidayat, their Indonesian foreign player. Taninko. And Taninko did get bodied up against Stallion FC. Gulang Ivan, I think, is what Stallion was trying to go for against the youthful Ziggy Taninko, but he did hold his own.
Well, Taninko playing in his second straight big match, and did not really feature as much for UCFC, but he held his own, and now testing against itong other comparing youthfulness against itong number 22, kalaban si Diaz dito.
As Taninko got it over to Hartman, but a duel now for the ball. Bugas. Hartman did well there up against Naughty Nunez. Nur Hidayat sa kabila naman daw.
As you can see, parang one head difference itong si Harry Nunez versus kay Mark Hartman.
It's pretty much the kuya and younger brother moment of sorts. Kita nga natin the handshakes. You could see how Hartman was a little loose with the Tuloy FC boys.
No, he would appreciate siguro yung laro ng Tuloy FC. That's why he gave them gave really some time to shake their hands.
As it's over to Aspiras now. Aspiras did rise up through the grassroots levels again. Now over the middle, Mancole. Try to get it to Menzi. Sinalo na lang ni Limbo. Trying to play it long now. Hartman definitely had the ceiling advantage, but the Tuloy boys behind Brian Villanueva are hustling hard. They give up a throw in though.
And Buga's full sprint on that occasion to number 39, but he definitely would want to match up with the Paolo Bugas's speed.
Throw in here. Bugas couldn't get it. The likes of Nunez got to send it here. A throw in for Tuloy FC. Oh, there you go. A correction from our linesman. United City FC pa rin. This, as expected, Ivan, parang ito na rin yung brand of UCFC play. They like to hold possession and swing it around.
Well, exactly that, looking to try to break down the opponents methodically.
As they get through the goalkeeper box, Hartman takes it, but couldn't make it. But he sure did get the keeper working.
A good movement there from United City on that left-hand side. Troy Limbo found a way to cut that ball back, and Hartman one-timed it. Medyo solid wide lang, but that was a great start for United City.
A great start, getting a shot in after about 4 minutes of play already. And it continues to stay with them. We could say this is a little expected now. So what UCFC may potentially be doing is breaking down Tuloy, trying to tire them out. But that's tough because these Tuloy boys are in shape, as we know.
Exactly that. Form-wise, UCFC seem to have a good idea here, putting Hartman on top. In the first half of the season, he was in pair with Ricky Sendra sa gitna. Pero ngayon, he does things from the top and then mababala na konti para to establish yung order ng passing nila.
As this one rolls out now, and it will be a corner kick. UCFC getting their first corner of the game and first of the game overall.
Final touch doon mula, I think it was De Gracia who got that final touch there. Hartman, designated set piece taker at the moment. And they will try to look for the likes of Bancole.
As this one was clearly skied. Tough break there, but they'll try to grow into this one again.
Medyo malamig pa itong si Marky Hartman sa kanyang delivery.
Tuloy now, trying to get up. Ricky Sendra getting it with all his veteran wits, but it's picked up by the keeper again. With what you were mentioning, tungkol kay Hartman, is that right? He's playing that false nine role of sorts, dropping down as a striker.
Right now, still defensively as a striker, pero it's just setting the pecking order of things. Ito si Mark Hartman.
Tuloy playing it back. Will they switch it over? The likes of Diaz with some space on the left side, but they're insisting here on the right, playing Nunez. And Nor Hidayat did well there just to deny the central midfielder who has international experience on the senior level for the Philippines.
Yung overcook lang masyado yung pasa doon kay Harry Nunez. Maganda sana yung through ball on that, pero medyo napalakas na konti, hindi na way na masyado.
And it's been quite tough for Nunez along with the Tuloy FC squad, but they've been able to put up a fight in all of their games, especially the tough ones, mind you, where they were blown out. Their performance was still great. As they get it now, Hartman taking it, but couldn't frame it again. But UCFC definitely getting some shots on, but looks like accuracy is letting them down a bit, but it's in the early stages of the game.
Oh, second shot after 7 minutes itong si Marky Hartman. It's a telltale sign, pero they'll be happy to get those shots and more.
As it's in the middle now, and we do get the whistle from our referee, Meliton Pelayo. He had a brief word with Diego Aspiras. But it's played quickly by Tuloy as expected, as JL Halike Couldn't get this one on target though. But fans called them quick play kings for for a reason, and they displayed it right there.
A good intention there. Quick play there on to the left-hand side. Halike with a one-time shot. Just a bit off, pero at the very least, they were trying to get onto the back of the net as early as this time. And kanina nahihirapan sila pumasok. At that point, nakalusot sila.
As Tuloy get it now, they're trying to pounce on their speed. Troy Limbo on the left. Getting past one, storming through. Trying to create plays from the wing. UCFC again, number 6 in the table. And in terms of offense or goals scored, they are number 5, scoring 30 goals in 8 games when we total their tally.
Well, they do have a lot of scoring machines in the team. Many of them are on the pitch right now. Hartman, Sendra, Limbo, and Bugas. Nguekam out at the moment.
Keeper off his line though, Limbo got it. But the defense making him work. Menzi. These youthful boys putting up a fight against their kuyas. And it looks like it is a throw in from deep. And this is where Tuloy could somewhat struggle when UCFC will try to body them up.
Well, focal point of the defense will be Harin de Gracia for Tuloy FC. Kasama ni si Villanueva dun at center back pairing. Villanueva usually starts on the left wing. But for taller opponents, dinedeploy siya sa gitna.
We can also recall si Villanueva, yung designated man to stop. As Sendra gets this one, it came off a Tuloy defender, I think, initially. But the referee says it was last touch with the likes of Sendra.
Oh, he chested it properly on the control and tried to volley it in.
And there you go. But we'll turn it over to Nina Alvia pitch side to give us an update.
For the boys of Tuloy, Coach Taki acknowledged that their dismal showing in their previous match could have been due to the busy schedule and even the weather. However, Coach Taki said that the tough game that they had in the previous week is really just a part of their journey and experience as a young team in this professional league. What they really needed to focus on last time and what they'll apply today is their concentration level of how they approach the game. Last time may not have gone so well, but Coach Taki always has faith in their mindset. The whole Tuloy team respects United City, and like how they are at every game, they came into today excited to play. Ivan and Claro.
Thank you very much, Nina. And there you go. Both teams are definitely eager, as we know. As they hit it back to Villanueva. Dito naman kay Gamboa. And before UCFC got that shot on, of course, in hopes of challenging the keeper, I was talking about Brian Villanueva. Siya yung designated man when they were up against Manila Digger to stop Salifu Big Boy Jata. As Mark Hartman got this now on the counter, option on the right, taking it, and it's off of Villanueva. And as we were saying, si Big Boy Jata, of course, of Manila Digger, stands at 6'3.5". That's how tall he is, to be exact, sabi ni Coach Pong Liman. And respect to Villanueva and the Tuloy boys for giving Digger a run for their money.
A good clearance there from Antilo. Just going out of his line to clear that ball out.
Justin Lumpanco combining with Cyril Saut, the younger of the two Sauts, as we know. Will knock it back with Siron Saut, or Kuya Saut, as his nickname is now. Noti Nunez. They're trying to play it through the tight space, but Justin Lumpanco got dispossessed. Ricky Sendra over to Paulo Bugas. Bugas, again, one of the lead assist men this season. 6 to his name.
On that attack earlier, it was Bancole that they were trying to figure out itong Tuloy FC, but Bancole on the right spots on these Tuloy FC attacks. Now he tries to pivot for their own offensive plays.
So Bancole, that holding midfielder, or the number 6, in charge of protecting the back line of Clarino and Nur Hidayat. As Bugas Couldn't get it there. Diaz over to their captain. JL Halike got it over to Kuya Saut. Giving it now on the right. Came off of Nur Hidayat from the looks of it. It was Justin Lopanco creating on the right wing. Naughty. Bancole did his job initially, but Tuloy's numbers were there. Lloyd Halike. As Menzi sent it out, they give up a corner kick. And Ivan, with no doubt, UCFC have the ceiling advantage over Tuloy FC.
Now, clearly, so they have to be smart on these set pieces like they did a short one right now.
Naughty, lobbing this one now. Got past Bandeken. But UCFC get it out now. Nur Hidayat calmly just assessed the bounce of the ball. I see you a little surprised, Ivan.
Great through ball there. Tried to lift it forward pero medyo na-open niya lang yung paa niya. That ball was rolling out of the goal line. But clearance was made by Nur Hidayat.
There was that limbo of sorts as we saw Nur Hidayat was just assessing the bounce of the ball and the trajectory, and that's when he cleared it off. Pero safe, we could say, Nur Hidayat, yung reliable option ng UCFC dito sa kanilang depensa o backline.
Well, exactly that. Him and Bancole are really there to make sure na okay sila.
As De Gracia got this long ball, but this pass back is too strong. At may regalo dito para sa United City FC. Some inexperience, of course, from the youthful Tuloy FC.
Medyo missed that pass completely. He was thinking na andun pa sa same position yung goalkeeper niya. Pero giveaway nga ito by Tuloy.
Because UCFC again tower above, but Antilo gets this one. And he'll just try to calm things down in hopes of making sure they get it safely to their midfielders and wingers, as we see right here. An unsuccessful poke right there. Cyril Saut getting fouled by Clarino. They will resume play here from the middle.
A great sequence there. It was almost a nice run by South on that right-hand side as everyone takes on this hydration break at the moment.
As much as we were saying, Ivan, maganda yung panahon for football, do you mind explaining to the fans bakit may cooling break pa rin tayo?
Well, obviously we are shifting from summer to the rainy season, pero yung humidity pa rin, it's still not very good condition. So for safety ng ating mga players, these afternoon matches coming from the summer, mag-hydration break pa rin. So it's have to make sure kasi pag na-dehydrate ka medyo malala ang resulta nun. So we want to keep our players safe in this afternoon matches. So yun nga, magagaling pa rin tayo ng summer. So hydrate muna ng 1 minuto for all of our people on the pitch.
Even for non-athletes, right? Or just people at home, it's important to stay hydrated because the weather sure can be cruel at times. But if we look at our weather forecast, the app right here is telling us, or it is expecting rain for at least the next 60 minutes. Weather is at 33 degrees Celsius, but it feels like it's 38.
Feels like 38 because of that humidity. Parang body temperature mo na rin. So just imagine na parang if you do exert that on the pitch, medyo mainit-init yung temperature ng ating pitch at the moment. So it's if it's 38 it feels like 38. Normally it's a lot more on that pitch, which has absorbed a lot of heat in the last during the whole day.
This is an artificial turf, as we know again. As Tuloy will resume play after our cooling break, Coach Ramon of UCFC and Coach Taketomo of Tuloy also wrapped up their respective adjustments. As play continues now, and there was Menzi just bulldozing his way. Hartman, nahingi ng options. Troy Limbo from Cagayan de Oro. Menzi. That's Mike again to be precise. Hidayat. He did get silver again in the Southeast Asian Games here with Indonesia. Villanueva just having to clear it again, and that's pretty much been the story of Tuloy FC.
Well, Tuloy now on a defensive end, being tested again.
Hartman. Taninko. Taninko also did play with the U20 national team. Hidayat. This one seemed to be overplayed. Unforced error there. Unexpected from veterans in UCFC. And Tuloy getting their numbers up.
Expect Tuloy to do a quick one here. They do.
De Gracia. Nunez. And the number of Tuloy boys again have experience with the Askel's development team when they were playing in the last PFL. A long list, mind you, but Tuloy did play in the Copa Paulino Alcantara, which helped them transition over here dito sa Philippines Football League.
And those final decisions on that ball on the final third, not helping itong Tuloy FC.
Villanueva couldn't get his head to that one. Antilo Jr. was called to action. Bugas contra Diaz. Diaz just got it there with his positioning. Bugas also not one of the taller players dito sa United.
Well, Bugas still good quality still for Bugas, who likes to be deployed in the centrally, but ngayon nasa kanan siya.
Some shaky moments right here between Bandeken and Clarino. But Bandeken, the Cameroonian, gets it again. And Bugas also with that great vision for the game. And also very experienced now with all of those years under his belt. Hidayat kay Taninko. Bugas, his brother Cholo was called up to the national team.
Well, speaking of national team, that was
Heartbreaker.
A very hard game at the end. Nakita naman natin na that ball in the final goal by Vietnam seemed to be offside to me. I can't get my head around it.
But of course, a great performance from the national team as they'll just carry on to the next one. The Philippines will be playing Indonesia in their final game in the round 2 preliminary of the FIFA World Cup qualifiers. After that, the Philippines will head over to the 2027 Asian Cup qualifiers. As this is a well-played ball now. A shot taken and denied by Bandeken. And a slide just to deny Tuloy FC mula kay Mike Menzi. Justin Lopanco is frustrated with that one.
Itong si Lopanco run on that other side. Saot. It was a great shot there, but you shouldn't stop running. And eventually, the heroics of Mike Menzi, on that end was good for United City.
A save right by the goal line, as we see Seidel pictured right there. And Henry Bandeken too, getting his fingertips to it.
Bandek and Fong, that initial save was great. Unlucky for them because, for Tuloy FC, they had that very good run.
Naughty, lobbing this one over, and it is skied by Tuloy, unfortunately. And that's by Kuya Saut from what we are seeing.
Another chance there, another through ball mula kay Nunez. His volley just really did not help him. But again, Tuloy FC creating from nothing. And nakita naman natin, naglabas na ng players para mag-warm up itong United City.
On paper, kahit sabihin nga natin, dehado yung Tuloy, it's no surprise that they're carving out attacking opportunities like this one. As Hartman couldn't hold this one. Lloyd Halike just brewing with confidence. I think Nunez just megged Bugas right there. I'm in disbelief, of course, or just amazed. That's why it took some time to comprehend, as it is with Aspiras. He'll try to settle the game down for them and knocked it back to Bandeken.
That was interesting and a nice nutmeg to on Paulo Bugas by Nunez. So babawi yan si Paulo Bugas, mamaya abangan natin.
There you go. We have our matchup brewing on that side of the pitch as they play it over wide now. Justin will he get past Menzi, sending it to the middle. Still up for grabs. At may pito tayo rito. It will favor UCFC.
And that push on Odi Menzi takes a lot to push. Takes a lot to push Mike Menzi, by the way. So yeah, clearly a foul there. Good call, good catch from the referee.
These Tuloy boys will never back down again from any challenge, given their background also. Being raised by the Tuloy Foundation, these boys grew up together. Street children again who were given an opportunity and taken in by the program.
Lupango should be careful. Dalawang tulak na siya. In the span of a minute.
And if that should carry on, no? Tulak ng tulak or carelessness, you name it, that could potentially lead to a card. As we have this UCFC free kick, but Hartman with some discussions.
Naghahanap siya ng card para sa tulak sa kanya, I think.
So nagsusumbong, Ivan, no? Yung mga bata daw, yung mga magulo dito. Medyo baliktad in that scenario, I think.
Let's see how they react here.
This one sent into the goalkeeper box. It's at the boots of Tuloy, but Bugas got it, taking it off of Brian Villanueva. He'll try to be that brick wall for them in this game. And there was that unnecessary action, as we saw. There was a swinging of arms also. And we are about 25% into this game, and things getting heated. And there you go.
Clarino using his veteran moves in that play. Medyo mahirap din kasi pag medyo matangkad yung bantay mo kasi yung swing ng arms.
Antilo couldn't get it. Keeper off his line, Sendra. It was denied once more by Tuloy's team effort.
Oh, great clearance there from, I believe that was Gian Capistrano. Sendra smartly weighing that ball, but cleared away in the face of goal.
So we've had two of those close calls already with defenders having to make goal or clearances at the goal line on both ends of the pitch. As Hartman gives in a lovely ball. Menzi. It was taken low, but off target because it was last touched by Tuloy.
Deflection there from that shot of Troy Limbo. Clearly another corner para dito sa United City. Another chance for them to get back with a tempo of their own. They do want that goal. They do want full 3 points.
Hartman again, this time from the other side. And the whistle once more. I think you're saying it's a push, Ivan?
That's the only thing I could think of right now. Foul on the box. And let's see something of a nudge from Miggy Clarino.
Things getting heated in this game already. As another unforced Tuloy error. And there's Paulo Bugas. Harry de Gracia has been busy trying to contain him in this spell. Taninko to resume play. Bugas still keeps it. Even I fell for that fake. Keeping it now, using all of his veteran moves. Taking a fall, but it looks like it's a goal kick for Tuloy FC. Last touch daw si Bugas in that situation.
No foul called by nitong assistant referee as we take a look at that. Let's skip away. He lost real estate there, tried to push it
Yes,
towards the goal side.
land is very expensive here also in Metro Manila, as we know.
And especially in near the goal line as well. Bugas wanted to ask for a foul there, but hindi siya binigyan.
So it's now with the boys in orange again. Tuloy FC with 40% of possession, as we see 60 to United City FC. Both have been keeping the ball in the ground, and it's been great to watch so far as we are closing in on the 30th minute. As this ball was overplayed and no good. And mind you, with Tuloy FC, they're coming off a close loss to Philippine Army FC. It was 4-2 with JL Alique and Levi Sahor as their goal scorers. At mukhang may cooling break number 2 tayo dito ngayon as we are closing in on the 30th minute. There's the two youngsters of UCFC, Diego Aspiras and Ziggy Taninco. They sure have their work cut out again in this one. And we'd like to remind you that Star Polaris is our official match ball dito sa Philippines Football League. And that ball has seen a lot of goals, right, this season so far.
And yun din, nag-break din ang ating Star Polaris ball at the moment. United City and Tuloy FC talking on the sidelines, discussing some adjustments there. I'm quite surprised na itong Tuloy FC. They're not attacking that left-hand side with Taninco there. Pero they're trying to focus centrally doon kay Miggy Clarino, who was outrun in this scenario. Saot tried to flick it wide. It was the best possibly half chance for Tuloy FC in front of goal, pero sayang talaga for them.
In contrast, sa kabila naman for UCFC, there was an open goal, right? And Sendra just hit it to the mouth of the goal, but it was cleared off by the backline and Capistrano from what we potentially saw. But 30 minutes done and dusted already. And would you favor a team right here with the way it's going so far, Ivan?
At the moment, it's 50-50. Kahit sino pwede manalo dito. And no, even we do expect itong United City, they would be closing down on defensively. Pero Tuloy FC finding ways to get past their back line and had a couple of shots already in front of goal.
So play now resumed. UCFC again in their all-black uniforms. Tuloy FC are in their all-orange. United playing from left to right. Tuloy FC playing from right to left now. Nur Hidayat playing this one long, going for Bugas. Hartman ran into traffic and won a foul. And it seems it's Tuloy FC asserting themselves here in terms of gulang.
Well, De Gracia has thought he had a 50-50 ball there. And he was kind of right because no one has established possession really. And they were just trying to go for the ball.
Now, these boys are tough, of course. They have that mental toughness and tools to potentially get themselves to bounce back. As we see some swinging of arms from Bancole.
Him and Villanueva. Villanueva being tasked to look for the tallest opponent here.
So yung trabaho niya dito, big boy stopper, no?
You know, like, well, tall player stopper.
It was whipped in. It rattled around. Troy Limbo They've had to deal with the quick boys again of Tuloy FC. The other side now. Bugas, good, he's secure. Running out of real estate again, as he said earlier.
Okay. In between minds, Paulo Bugas was trying to control the ball and think of a way to get past his defender already.
Multitasking, of course, definitely difficult. Or you'll try to control the ball. Tapos may pressure, syempre. Well, here's UCFC. They're trying to put pressure themselves. Some back and forth. Tuloy securing in the middle. Kuya Saut, Benato dito. What it is, offside for Lloyd Halike.
Yung diagonal run niya medyo forward na konti, but and they are trying to break through. Yung nga yung left-hand central side ng the defense ng United City.
Bugas was exchanging touches with Taninco. The switch. Dito kay Menzi daw. Limbo. Their goal scorer in their draw versus Stallion Laguna FC. As this one was sent to Antilo Jr. and safely secured this one. Halike contra Bancole. Aspiras got it over to Hartman. Sendra thought about getting it to Bugas, but it was read well by the defense. Nakay Diaz ngayon. Bancole just getting down, using his height and heft. Those long strides may have done the job for him. Aspiras will knock it back now. They'll try to control this again. So it was Ricky Sendra who did assist that goal of Troy Limbo in their draw versus Laguna last week.
Surprisingly, itong United City, they haven't really established much aside from those chances from the first 10 minutes. Ngayon medyo hirap sila pag-build up.
So there you go, that build-up you're saying can improve as Lupango gets this one now. Nur Hidayat gets the stop. Lupango denied.
Great coverage mula kay Nur Hidayat. He knew where Lupango was. Alam niya yung movement. Lupango was trying to shift on the other side para sa teammate niya after skipping past. Moment to probably passed here, pero Nur Hidayat cutting down on those angles and winning that ball.
And after we saw him bring the ball all the way up to the midfield here, but it is still under dispute. Bugas in disbelief there, or in disagreement, as it will return to Tuloy.
Medyo nahuli siya doon, si Paulo Bugas. That's why he was trying to grab ito ng si Lloyd Halige, aka Lloydy.
Lloydy, bagong nickname natin sa kanya. Taninco just got to evade some of the Tuloy boys. Hartman. Menzi. UCFC getting it up quickly now. But there's Tuloy's defense also. How to make it difficult for them. That discipline. No surprise, right? Given Tuloy have their Japanese coach in Coach Taketomo Suzuki.
Yes, Coach Saki instilling that brand of football for them. Parang na-inspire itong Tuloy FC from the men's national team the last time kasi parang similar yung kanilang movement and approach in the counter.
As they got it over, Taninco, Hidayat, Bancole, Hartman just swarmed now. Aspiras, Kay Limbo. He's trying to get in slowly but surely, but had to pass it back now. Will their patience pay off now for UCFC? They're getting forward inch by inch, knocking in those combinations, but Tuloy's boys just swarming them like flies. That team effort.
They're really crowding that middle part. Kinahirap sila mag-deliver dito.
As Hartman gets it, lobs it. I think De Gracia got his boot to it, pero the flag is up right here mula sa ating linesman. Offside from the looks of it. The flag was forward.
Yep, the timed run nitong si Mike Menzi medyo extremely forward siya. Very, very clear from our side here.
But could you still say that was a promising spell dito sa United?
Better decision making probably for Marky Hartman there.
As Tuloy will try to navigate the choppy waters here.
They're really trying to look for that space and they always seem to get it. Pag yung pressure nga lang sa gitna, ito yung challenge kasi yun nga, nakita natin si Bancole. Pressure on Nunez. Medyo solid yung tama sa kanya dun.
He got hit while he was trying to find a teammate in the midfield. Here's what went on. Ooh.
Iwan ng tuhod and Bancole is not a small guy. And medyo buo yun. Na-feel talaga ni Noti Nunez yun.
All that force, of course, with you saying that Bancol is a big guy. Pero nag-sorry din naman syempre si
Sorry
Bancol.
din naman
He was trying to play for the ball. Kasi kanina, kita nga natin may konting emotions, konting pikunan, the arms swinging around, right? But yan, nag-sorry talaga. Ooh. Taninko, will he secure? He's still hustling hard, but it's won by the likes of Diaz, as it is with Cyril Saut now. And Tuloy, get possession now. Gamboa, Brian Villanueva, De Gracia. It was poked away. But it's up for grabs in the middle now. Nunez got to knock it over. But Tuloy just couldn't keep it in. But that was always going to be tough from the looks of it. Well, what promise here from the boys. Diaz almost got it to Cyril Saut.
Good idea there from Diaz. Pero medyo malakas na konti. Now they'll be trying to get past mukhang early itong press ng Tuloy FC.
5 minutes remaining until additional time in the first half again. It's Philippines Football League action between United City FC and Tuloy FC. This is Claro Manzano bringing you the commentary alongside Ivan Gallares and pitchside reporter Nina Alvia. And thank you very much for catching the games again on our different platforms. PFL.org.ph, Blast TV, Premier Football, and Premier Sports. Catch the action live again here dito po sa Rizal Memorial Stadium. It's 150 pesos for your day pass in the grandstand. Staninko got it over the header now, but Antilo again easily getting it. Not a problem here for the keeper.
Not a problem, but I like that approach by Taninko. He just flicks it forward para kay Sendra. Obviously, wala masyadong power pag ganun, but a great idea nonetheless.
As it's over now, a little loose and just secured. The guy you just mentioned earlier, getting the stop this time around, si Taninko. A two-way effort.
Taninko full stretch there. He knew what was coming. And end-to-end action mula dito sa defender ng United City.
Creating a chance up front and now getting the denial or the stop defensively. Villanueva. Hartman telling to pass it there. Not so sure if Tuloy followed his instructions, quote-unquote. As it's now on the right wing. Justin. Still getting it in. Lloyd Halike. His intention was to dummy it to the likes of Nunez and Diaz. Pero nakuha ng UCFC.
No counter for UCFC. Medyo matagal yung pagbawi ng midfield ng Tuloy FC dito. And surprisingly, hindi sinagad ng counter-attack nitong UCFC. Kaya medyo naghalit si Coach Ramon Tribule.
Parang nasa gitna yung bola and they just passed it back.
And they had the numbers advantage earlier before medyo mabagal na yung pagbalik ng Tuloy.
As Bugas, binalik dito sa likod. Bancole. Ricky Sendra. May hawak doon. Going both ways. Meliton Pelayo calls it UCFC's way. A promising spot here para sa United.
And again, Mark Hartman designated on this side. Medyo lumakas yung hangin dito sa stadium ng konti. If you can see the flags waving brightly. So this is advantage para kay Mark Hartman.
It's pretty much what Mark Hartman does best. Now, will he convert? As we still see right now, it is goalless between the two teams. As we have the signal from our referee. Will Hartman add to his goal tally? As there was a close call there. Clarino almost getting or finding the back of the net on the rebound, but Antilo Jr. was there.
Well, timing was right. Antilo spilled that ball. Buti na lang he had the reaction to poke it forward.
As here comes the ball in. Pero outside na, kita natin. Mark Hartman earlier was going for goal number 4 this season so far. But Michael Antilo Jr. came up with the stop and denied a rebound after he had some loose handles. Pero nakaiban kole. Aspiras. Menzi. Troy Limbo. We're closing in on additional time already. Do you expect teams to carry on their aggression, Ivan, with the first half ending soon, or you see something else?
You do want to score before the half ends, and ito yung goal ng UCFC. We did have 2 1-minute breaks doon sa cooling break natin. So yeah, true enough, 3 minutes to be added on. So plenty of time for both teams to get something out of this.
They whip this ball in now off of Villanueva. Nasa kabila naman ito. Bugas. The cross. It was headed, but Tuloy appeared to get the stop. And just cleared off now to safety by Kuya Saut.
It was a great pass by Cholo Bugas to Sendra. Just so happened De Gracia was in the path. And sorry, hindi pala nag-happen lang yun. De Gracia has been their best defender for Tuloy FC, and he has that knack and knows the movement of that ball very well.
Harin De Gracia, as we know, often a starting right back, but he is starting in the center of defense alongside Brian Villanueva.
Oh, undersized pero matalino itong si De Gracia. And he has been there for the last couple of years for us here in the PFL.
Taninko with the cross, going for the back post. Lupango couldn't collect with the clearance or half clearance. Went to Sendra. Sendra, diagonal ball to no avail there. No teammates.
I think he was trying to keep it short pero medyo napalakas doon si Ricky Sendra.
Tuloy played it quickly now, but it was given to Bugas. Hartman. Bancole. UCFC establishing those triangles. But Hartman getting dispossessed and taking a bit of a hit to the back of his leg. And he's still a little slow, as we see. But it will be a free kick from the right wing dito para sa United.
Oh, that challenge there. It's a bit delayed. And best chance for United City to get ahead here.
Brian Villanueva continuing to embrace his role, celebrating. And then nagreklamo ng konti also to the referee. I think he was asking for possession somehow to go their way. But here comes another Hartman service. There was the header, but it was off target. Pero may pito tayo, I saw. I may have heard a whistle, but I think it will be a goal kick. So that was off target.
Sayang doon mula kay Nur Hidayat. Got that ball pero headed it down.
This one long now.
Both teams really, they did try their very best. Pero yun nga, at the half, both teams are still, on that build part. So a lot of things to talk about at halftime.
Goalless as we speak between United City FC and Tuloy FC. I think there's going to be a lot of tension inside the two locker rooms as we see as Ricky Sendra is trying to explain himself here over some non-calls potentially from what we are observing. But there's the likes of Mike Menzi. Yung masaya lang siguro yung mga goalkeeper, of course, because it is still goalless as we speak between United City FC and Tuloy FC. And we'll be back after a short break to give you your analysis and statistics. bring you the continuing coverage of Philippines Football League action between United City FC and Tuloy FC. Goalless as we speak, but both teams have been able to wow us with their technical ability, respectively.
Well, a lot of things happened on that first half. The United City, they started early, that early ping from Mark Hartman. And, they've had a couple of chances, Ricky Sendra also trying that control and volley. Well, early on in the game, we thought na United City was, they were doing very well, but yung mga counter-attacks nitong Tuloy FC were all very dangerous. This one, the nearest one after a save by Bandeking Fong, was not followed up by Lupango. Ricky Sendra tried to glance that wide, but that ball was on the way in the face of goal. So I think challenge dito, both teams very open on that second half. Plenty of half chances, a lot of battles in the middle as well. And a lot of good work. Lupango with that perfect move. Pero Nur Hidayat came out with that big stop near the end. Taninko, dito he tried to flick that forward kay Sendra, but straight dito kay Antilo Jr. And Tuloy FC did not end there. They had Taninko to beat there, but came up strong. That weak header from Sendra was cleared away din eventually. But 0-0 here in the first half. But second half, a lot of things coming up.
We see the numbers, of course. Most of the shots going towards United City FC and Tuloy FC, as we pointed out during the game, racking up the fouls. It's the young boys who are the ones causing trouble there. So yung kuyas, yung nagsusumbong sa ating officials, as we saw. But with the numbers, of course, all to play for. But it's about getting the goal. Simple as this, as we know, Ivan.
Well, Ariel Nguyen comes checking in for United City. Out si Diego Aspiras as we turn you over to Nina Aspiras on pitch side.
The win column can't fully encapsulate the performance and improvement Tuloy FC has been having so far. They definitely put a bit of pressure on United City in the first half with a couple of goal attempts and even some aggression. This can be attributed to the way Coach Taki has been helping them with their mental preparation, such as giving them active rest and even prioritizing team bonding. On the other side of the pitch, we have United City, whose name is well known in the football community in the country, and despite this, they still consider themselves new in the PFL as they are returning, and especially as they have been needing to adjust to different situations, such as them being on their third head coach for this year. But assistant coach Mark Francisco thinks they're calibrating properly. Along with this, and even if we're well into the season, they're still working on their chemistry and teamwork, which Coach Mark reminds them that these should be focused on if they want to win the day and the rest of the match. Ivan and Claro.
Avia for that update, as there's a close one right here again, but not quite. And this game carrying on from where we stopped sa first half natin.
And true enough, Troy Limbo tried to redirect that ball to the goal. Antilo Jr. doing well. Let's look at that. So, tried to sneak that ball in. Just so happened na flick out nitong si Antilo. Lucky for Tuloy FC for not conceding in that occasion.
Troy Limbo almost scored his game earlier in a similar situation. As it is off the keeper again, and we'd like to remind you, of course, that we are powered by 8 Cuts Burgers, our official catering partner. As we saw our keeper again come up with a save. Troy Limbo almost scoring the way he did against Stallion last game. But it's another set piece that UCFC will try to pounce on. Antilo Jr. couldn't get to it. Naughty Nunez's clearance was blocked for a moment, but it's into the middle now, up to the races. Menzi versus Saut. And it stays with Tuloy. They covered a great amount of ground dito.
No, Saut, good run there. Menzi equaling that effort. Plenty of black shirts already sa harap. I have to think of switching here to the reverse side.
That's exactly what De Gracia does. I think he heard you. Nunez on the left. Contra Nur Hidayat. Numbers were going down to swarm him. That's why they passed it back. The diagonal ball. Taninko got a stop. It's with De Gracia. Over to Lupango. Justin contra Menzi. Got denied clearly, but it's a corner kick here to the boys of Tuloy.
I'm not sure about that call kasi na-nudge ni Menzi yung bola. If we take a look here, Lupango tried to flick it forward tapos I think the last chance that should be on Lupango, but this is a corner para sa guys in red.
And we got a signal from our linesman. Ulitin ito. Medyo nawala na yung element of surprise here. UCFC getting to adjust as they gave it out to De Gracia. Naughty Nunez will try to go through. Playing it to Lopanco, or Halike rather. It was no good in their scenario.
Opportunity naman ng Tuloy na mawala ng real estate doon. Ito si Lloydie Halike.
Their leader again, or the leader of Tuloy with 7 goals and counting this season and 4 assists. If we check on the leaders dito sa United naman, it is Ariel Newcomb with 9 so far. He's been in the top 4 the entire season so far, we could say. Sa assists naman dito para sa United City FC, it's Paulo Bugas with 6 to his name, their leader. Right behind him is Ricky Sendra and Mark Hartman. Hartman with 5, Sendra with 4.
Try to go behind the line there. So, yun nga, yung assists are very crucial. But from I believe most of that time, the assist ni Paulo Bugas when he was playing right behind the striker. But at the moment, it's a mixed bag ngayon kasi iba-iba yung formation nila for every match. So that's the challenge for them for continuity. To si Paulo Bugas.
Right, as Nino reported that UCFC are still trying to build that chemistry as they had a number of coaching changes also. But in contrast to Tuloy FC again, these boys grew up together. Nandun yung chemistry nila and understanding of one another. As Troy Limbo's trying to get through now, getting past Capistrano. Couldn't connect though initially. Hartman kay Sendra. 2 of the returning players of UCFC again. Sendra, but just sent it to the gloves of Antilo Jr. But if we check the implications sa standings nga natin ngayon on how it will impact them, should UCFC come up with a win, they will improve their tally to 19 points. And they will be right outside the top 4. But then again, teams will have to win to clinch that AFC Champions League 2 spot.
And ito naman Tuloy FC, they do want to break into the top 10 again. A win would surely do that.
As Lupango sends it in. Naninko couldn't get it. Sent to the middle, but cleared off by the defense of United.
Napakasayang yung opportunity na yun. That was a good move mula kay Diaz. Try to cut that back pero medyo bitin. Take a look at that again. Lupango with that floating cross. Taninko got caught there. Almost medyo makapal lang yung pasa ni Diaz. Punta sana kay Saut.
But will Tuloy be able to carry on this spell? Lloyd Halike. Lupango. To the middle. Working their way through. Binalik dito. It was Kuya Saud who gave it to Halike. Capistrano. Tuloy, to no surprise, are able to do what UCFC did in the first half also. As Bandican got to collect this ball, that was loose. In contrast, should Tuloy be able to get the win and the 3 points, they will move up to 10th. Sakto. That final spot again. The top 10 will be retained in top flight dito sa Philippines Football League. So we could say it's about making that Big 10 or Magic 10.
Exactly that. UCFC challenge. Napatas naman dito si Sendra ulit.
Halike is driving their offense right now on the counter. Mukhang offside, that is why Cyril Sao did not chase that down anymore.
He had to really pause yung run niya kasi medyo angat na siya ng konti.
Still carry on again. And we did have a change again earlier dito, coming out of halftime para sa United. And we did get to see Ariel Ngukam check in, no? Yung leading scorer ng United City again. The team in black playing from right to left, currently with possession. Ng Tuloy FC are in that dark orange again. They're playing from left to right. And UCFC got Tuloy to get their numbers down as Hartman takes this one, but couldn't get it on target again.
Hartman, no reaction really from his face, but he did try to get that quick shot in. Alam niya he could have done better there, kaya had that reaction.
As we'll turn it over to Nina Alvia to give us another update.
To prepare for the match today, aside from really studying Tuloy's movements, United City's mentality coming in was to follow the tactical game plan and most of all, to not relax. It's been repeated by multiple teams that despite the youth of Tuloy, they should not be overlooked, and United definitely acknowledged that. Furthermore, Coach Mark Francisco said he has faith in some of the younger ones who are coming in for his team, such as Ziggy Taninco and Diego Aspiras, to name a few. And looking outside of the match today, Coach Mark said it's a good thing for Philippine football to have such young players to help the sport grow even more. Ivan and Claro?
Thank you very much, Nina, for that other update on UCFC. Coach Mark Francisco, yung assistant nila, as we know. He did handle the team on like an interim basis also midway in the season. As Tuloy got to absorb the pressure dito mula sa United. Ngukam, Hartman, Troy Limbo. Crosses it in as expected. And here comes a header again, but it is not framed. And it seems like, Ivan, when UCFC are able to get shots on target, it's not enough to really make the Tuloy keeper in Antilo Jr. work.
That was a great cross from Limbo. It was a sad finishing mula kay Bancole. He had that option to really redirect that. Medyo hindi niya na-measure ng tama nun.
As it's intercepted right here now, Bancole over to Hartman. Taking it from distance. That is no good. As it hits one of the posts at the back of the goal net. So definitely it is not inside. Well, we could see some frustration piling up now dito para sa United. 10 minutes into the second half already. They've been getting a number of shots on already and testing the Tuloy defense.
Sayang yan, he had another option on that right-hand side na magpasa ng bola pero opted to find the back of the net instead. Si Marky Hartman.
As they give it over to Lupango kontra Menzi. Nandun din si Nur Hidayat in Clarino. Giving it through. Halike! Couldn't get past Henry Bandikin.
The best chances here in the second half. John Lloyd Halike with that through ball. Ang ganda ng pasa dun. True enough. Bandikin Fong knows his quality. And expect mo na aangat siya dun at papakita niya yung galing niya.
We know what he's capable of doing. See Henry Bandikin. As Hartman gets this one, numbers not favoring them. United asking for a handball here, saying it came off a Tuloy member. Or nandito si Menzi now. Trying to take on the defense, some numbers. Getting forward now para sa UCFC. Sendra, the businessman, as we established, or you established also with our colleagues.
Sa all business, si Ricky Sendra. On and off the pitch. Kumbaga.
But it's not a business day today on Sunday. But so, will they be able to open things up for themselves when we refer to United City FC as Limbo gives us an early cross? Antilo Jr. on the same page once more as his defense again. His back line consisting of Brian Villanueva, Harin de Gracia, Capistrano, and Gamboa.
Tuloy should be careful already. Medyo napapadalas na yung foray ng United City sa final third nila.
As Nor Hidayat denied that ball, getting it forward for them. Hartman sa kanyang bola. Surveying. Dito daw sa kabila, sa kanan, the further end. Bugas. Sendra gave it now on the wing and the cross in. It may have hit the woodwork, I think.
Yeah, it did. Right on the face of the woodworking cross na yon. Any lower could have been sort of a goal.
It just grazed it, but play on. Antilo Jr. with the stop again. And tuloy pa rin ito. UCFC continuing to make the opposing defense work as we look at that again.
Almost, yeah, hit the crossbar really. So, pero ano kung mababa yun na konti, it might have hit the far end of the post as well. We don't know.
Tuloy did not get forward very well with that ball as it's a chance again for United. Bogas got dispossessed. Nandito kay Kuya Saud. Just trying to get it up quickly now, causing sense of urgency. But denied by Bancole again. Those strides and his heft doing wonders for him in this matchup. Troy Limbo over to Sandra, the Argentinian. Bancole. Yung defensive or holding midfielder nila, Taninko. Bugas. Will we get his magic here? Antilo Jr. Got to push it out.
Well, almost 60 minutes in, and decision making on the back line nitong Tuloy AFC has been stellar so far. So kudos to them for really adjusting. And ito yung mga lapses nila, yung mga prior matches nila. Doon sila nahuli parate. But right now, a bit better. Better improvement from them.
Tuloy having to absorb all that pressure as there was an unforced UCFC error, giving the ball away. Those could just make you pay the price.
And exactly that. Ito talaga yung mga iniiwasan mo na mga kamalian. Fortunately, they take it back.
Because in that scenario, it can just give momentum to the opposing team. As we are closing in the 60th minute of this match already. Still goalless between United City FC and Tuloy FC. As of late, it has been United, the team in black, coming up with more dangerous opportunities. And we'd like to remind you that Star Polaris is our official match ball dito sa Philippines Football League. As Hartman just overplayed that ball dito kay Troy Limbo. And before we resume action, we have a change. We've got Levi Sahor coming on. And it will be John Henson Diaz stepping off. And Levi Sahor is in fact one of their strikers who'd come off the bench. An extra attacking opportunity dito para kay Coach Taketomo Suzuki.
Well, I think roll in the dice at the 60th minute itong si Coach Take. And he does want that extra precision.
As there was a high boot dito kay Mike Menzi with both players trying to go for the ball.
I hope he's okay. Mike Menzi, medyo mataas nga yung boot na yun from Lupango.
We got to see that quickly on the replay again.
Medyo hindi nahabol, but yeah, it was a high boot. Sa reverse end, pumasok si Mike Menzi, so referee had to make that call there.
And of course, this has to be taken seriously with concussion protocol, as we know.
Konting yellow for Mike Menzi. Met the outer boot nitong si Lupango. And right now, a dangerous chance din for United City dito sa set piece na ito.
It is from distance, but then again, UCFC have the height advantage, but they will be down to 10 players briefly. But from what we are seeing on the sideline, it looks like Mike will be able to continue. So now let's see how Hartman will handle this one. Referee Militon Pelayo gave his final reminders again for the unnecessary or extra pushing and shoving. Hartman sends this into the goalkeeper box. Troy Limbo wins it and will try to keep the spell for them. Things getting a bit physical. Hartman just getting beaten here. But this one sent out and about. And we saw Hartman there. Nothing he could do. 2-on-1 yung situation niya nun.
And he was complaining, he was asking for a foul there kasi medyo naipit siya na konti.
Newcomb. Bugas. He crosses it in. Antilo Jr. just got to push it out.
Antilo Jr., man of the match so far for me para sa Tuloy FC. Keeping them at bay.
It's been a great team effort with his back line as they give it over to Bancole. Had some time, but it is skied. It may have came off a Tuloy defender. That is why we have a corner kick dito.
Let's take a look there. Control was not favorable. Medyo sa pakanan niya. And but still, UCFC, another chance with all that advantage at height.
Hartman, the keeper couldn't secure it once more, but it's been a team effort for Tuloy. Their backline or all their outfield players have been cleaning up the garbage too to support Michael Antilo Jr. And it's off again. Corner. And Tuloy have been absorbing the pressure. They haven't just been clearing the ball also. They've been trying to play short from the back. And in those scenarios, UCFC have been able to just dispossess them or nick it out. But then again, that is Tuloy's style of play in getting the ball forward with short passes.
Ibig sabihin nun, hindi sila takot to put the ball down kasi you have that option to really just clear it away, pero they're trying to learn it.
As it came off a man, and it's good dito para sa United. And it looks like it is Ariel Newcomb off the bench giving them a goal. And he is their leading scorer again when we refer to United City FC. And he gets them a goal to just shake off the frustrations.
And that delivery there is for another person, but the coverage was not ideal para sa Tuloy FC. Libreng-libre si Newcomb. With that header, iniwan siya ni Villanueva on that flow. Dapat sinabayan na niya. True enough. Open header, open goal.
United City FC by player number 77, Ariel Nguyen.
And Newcomb, as we know, gets his 10th goal of the season.
Well, he has been consistent for his team so far. And true enough, yung hugot sa kanya ni Coach Ramon was just right. Tuloy FC, kailangan nilang bumawi dito. Kasi alam nila na deserving sila na tumabla pa at this point.
As they send this one low, may banggaan dito, but another close one para sa Tuloy. Lupango again, similar to the first half. He was going for the post.
Let's take a look at that. Trying to find that second ball. Para posibleng penalty din yon yung sa reverse side kay Miggy Clarino. Not sure why that was not called, pero ito si Lupango. Full stretch turf burn yan sa likod sigurado.
And that's gotta hurt, of course.
Goal kick kasi last touch and possession. really hovering for United City at the moment. Medyo it was higher compared to the first half.
But UCFC again, we're just piling it up. As we see our passing accuracy, 82% for United City FC. And Tuloy at a close 80. It's the same guy who's down again in Justin Lupango.
Now he's holding something different sa foot naman niya. I think that was a late challenge on that one. Oh, it's a step, so really not intentional as they were going from different directions.
But now it goes Tuloy's way. But if you are Tuloy, yes, you deserve something here. If you get a point, it comes out as the glass half full because it's really tight dito sa lower third sa ating standings. As Taninko takes this one and it sails over the bar.
And that was close. That was close. Good job for the youngster to even attempt that. Medyo yung confidence niya maganda doon. Good layoff as well from Bugas. Didn't really have some more options as both sides were trailing, pero good job nonetheless.
But for United, again, they are coming off a draw and need to bounce back once more to keep their hopes alive in the title race. They did drop points already. As it's with Clarino. Lloyd Halike. Got to keep it in. Clarino just tried to, as we see a man take a fall again. It may be Lupango. We saw Clarino just try to play it off of Lloyd Halike so that it would be a UCFC goal kick, but it didn't happen there, of course. The Tuloy player is very good with the ball, as we know. As it's a UCFC transition that proved to be unsuccessful. Brian Villanueva trying to get forward to support, but easily picked up again by the veterans. Hartman, he's been driving the offense in midfield. Dito para sa UCFC, it's over to Sendra. Denied at the near post by Antilo Jr.
Sayang, he had two people on the reverse end naman para pasahan, pero he tried to look for that goal on his own.
As we did get to see South eventually get beaten by Taninko. Taninko did nakabawi siya dun. But with play going on, Tuloy are getting forward. Lupango kontra Menzi. Halike couldn't get it over. Sendra, UCFC will try to slow this down a bit now and manage the game. They'll search for that insurance goal. A little less than 20 minutes remaining in this match. It's Ariel Ngukam again, the goal scorer for UCFC in the 66th minute. Tuloy FC have been dangerous also with the chances they've carved out, but they haven't been able to convert. Troy Limbo tried to take on his man. Binalik na lang dito. Hartman. You see how the complexion of this game has changed, Ivan, with UCFC being a little more relaxed and patient.
Oh, Tuloy FC, they do want get something out of this. Medyo nahihirapan sila on that counter-attack. UCFC naman, may konting confidence na konti. And ginagamit na nila yung oras as much as they can.
UCFC did have a 5-match winning streak in the earlier parts of the season, but that was halted again by their 2-1 loss to Cebu FC. That was a close-fought 2-1 result where Mark Hartman just gave us a wonder goal from midfield. And afterwards, United battled to a 1-1 draw with Stallion Laguna FC. It was UCFC leading in that game again as Stallion pulled back a goal. Now United would like to establish a new winning streak.
Odi Menzi on the ground. Mukhang seryoso ito on their end. And true hard worker ito si Odi Menzi for his team.
He did play with his brother also in KFC before, then bounced around afterwards. But it's great to see him, of course, establishing himself with the role he's been able to play. And with the knock he took sa kanyang ulo earlier or in the head, am I correct? There are precautions that will be taken also after the game?
Probably yes, yung sa physio na ng team nila for that. But since na tinanong naman siya if he was okay to continue and mukhang chinek naman siya ng maayos, I think should be fine. I think it's a leg injury that he's worried about right now.
Right now, yes. As we do have an upcoming change for Coach Ramon and UCFC. Darlton Diga will be checking in for Mark Hartman. And we do have Pete Forosuelo coming on. So there's Mark Hartman stepping off after manning the midfield in what has been a physical game. No surprise that Tuloy FC have been able to take the fight here dito sa UCFC.
No
Substitution for United
strong changes dito from United. They still have one more window left to do additional subs. But yeah,
Mike Menzi did step off also, maybe just for precaution since he's gotten some knacks already in this game.
and ganun lang din, strong defender in Darlton Diga now up front. Tapos ito si Forosuelo at the back to replace itong si Menzi.
Darlton Diga did play that central midfield position for the Adamson University Soaring Falcons. I understand that he could not play anymore in the recent UAP season because he was overaged. So what did they do with their best player? Ginawa siyang head coach. The Darlton Diga magic again. And he's juggling his coaching career with his professional career right here with United City FC. And yung maganda daw dito, sabi ni Coach Darlton, is he's gotten to learn from all of the different coaches. And he's also taking those experiences, the X's and O's sa kanyang university team.
And yeah, that team has also been great. They've played a lot of preseason matches. I watched some of them, and maganda rin yung movement ng team na yon. So dito naman nakita nila yung coach nila magaling din.
Here's a chance, or the ball was a little loose for UCFC in hopes of getting forward. Magaling na coach at magaling na player. Complete package ata. Lupango got it over to Lloyd Halike. Sending it forward now. Will Bandeken get this one? And he does so. And dito nga kay John Lloyd Halike, or Lloyd daw ang tawag sa kanya. He was also part of the U23 squad of the Philippines. So he went through the ranks. The U17, the U19, U23. I think it's obvious in next goal niya, of course, playing for the senior team. But that's always something to aspire for. And he is able to showcase himself on this stage. And we've gotten some PFL players called up, actually, to the national team. We've got Harvey Gayoso and Finn McDaniel, top scorers in the league. They are the number 1 and number 2. Number 1 ngayon si Gayoso sa Golden Boot race. As they got it over, but Limbo couldn't secure.
Yes, I think we have a match on Monday, or for Indonesia against the Philippines. So sa mga fans natin, please take note of that. Final match of our national team for World Cup qualifying against a really strong Indonesian side.
As Tuloy play this one forward for Osuelo. It came off a man. You see that sense of urgency now. De Gracia. What a baller.
Simple lang pero rock.
But over now, Sahor. Couldn't keep it or win it for them though. And I think that's some words from Miggy Clarino. Trash talk siguro ba yan? I don't, because with the score, dikit pa rin yung laban eh.
And still, they're still fighting for every opportunity there. So alam naman natin na it's quite difficult.
JL or Lloyd again try to lay it off, but here comes Digha. Playing on the wing dito para sa United. Over to the leading scorer now of UCFC, Ngukam. Digha in the center. Switched it over dito kay Limbo. Limbo contra De Gracia, sending it low. It came off of Ngukam. And eventually last touch dito para sa Tuloy. As we see someone down for them.
I believe that's Villanueva on that side. Medyo may tama sa muka. Let's take a look at that replay. That ball bounce off Villanueva. I think there was a contact near the shoulder or something ni Ariel Thierry.
Villanueva got up but was quite slow, as they will have to deal with another corner. A great number of corners dito para sa United in this game. And they've been using it to wear down Tuloy FC again. And Tuloy, understandably being the shorter team, have had to work double time in dealing with much bigger players who are arguably as fast or even faster than them. As here comes the ball. It'll be a cross, sent back, but no good. It was already outside dito.
Yung si Paulo Bugas, yung early ball niya, medyo strong and low yung cross. Hindi masyado na-handle ng maayos because it was cleared away.
And as we see, the game of the Philippines is on Tuesday, June 11. So that will be an away game, but do follow the Philippine men's national football team on the likes of Facebook and Instagram for your updates. And do support them, of course. De Gracia. They saw space on the left, that's why he played it long. Kuya Saut. Loose handles dito kay Halike. It was poked away by Clarino. But you see that hustle again from the Tuloy boys. Darlton Diga sent it to the center though. I think that might be some confidence with one another. Ngukam, it was double teamed. But UCFC again slowing this one down. Managing the game again. They do have that 1-0 lead, but it's still not safe, right, Ivan?
Not even. That's why they want insurance here. Mukhang magpupasok pa nga sila ng offensive players dito. United City.
As Coach Darlton Diga wins them a corner kick. It's become a habit, of course, to call him coach. And he gets them corner number 9 in this match so far. 16 shots poured on from UCFC as compared to 4 for Tuloy FC.
And they do want to make a way for an insurance goal here. United City want that advantage.
Whipped in, and it was off the top, off the crossbar. Dito, para kay Bancole.
Better attempt from Bancole from that previous header. This one really met the target with power. Fortunate for him na hindi pumasok yun, but United City still just 1 goal ahead.
It's a game of inches, as they all say. At binilik ni Nur Hidayat yung bola dito. UCFC's back line, of course, have become steady in this second half. Especially with them attacking mainly, they've been able to stay sound. Bugas in the center. Kuya Saut trying to give it now over on the left, but to no avail as Bandican picked this one up.
Bandican has done well also for his team. There were chances that he covered yung mga crucial ones early nung tabla pa tayo. Still part of that those candidates for man of the match.
May banggaan dito sa gitna. Referee takes no interest there. Lupango he thought about taking it. But there was Forasuelo coming up with the stop. But these boys started to get frustrated already here from the looks of it.
I have to be more patient. Hindi ito madali, and this is football, and patience is something of a requirement here. Oh, we know that they're young, but they've been doing well. So sayang lang din.
They don't just want to give it away or come up with unnecessary cards. As we saw the replay of that last incident. We are 6 minutes away from additional time already in this game between UCFC and Tuloy FC. It was Ariel Ngukam who came away with the goal in the 66th minute. We're glad to have you with us again for this match. It is just the first match of this afternoon dito po sa Rizal Memorial Stadium. You can catch the games at the bleachers for free. It's 150 pesos also to join us at the grandstand. And 50 pesos will be given to your team of choice. Just declare it at the gate as it's given over to Digha. He took it, but it came off another defender. You see how Tuloy have just been locked in this game. As we see, it's De Gracia shaken up.
He's holding on to his knee. I believe yung sequence nung tira na yun ni Diga na malakas. Let's take a look there. Lay off mula kay Sendra. And not sure about that one. Hopefully he can continue, pero parang wala. Initially akala ko may contact, pero parang wala.
I thought so too. That's why I was a little surprised nung nakita ko yung replay. But no surprise. De Gracia a tough cookie, like everyone else dito sa Tuloy.
Well, I mean, if they had another defender, he could have been great in the middle as a pivot para sa Tuloy. Kayang bantayan yung opensa ng kalaban, medyo na nakaangat. But yeah, he is deployed right now as their center back. So siya talaga yung mag-lead ng defense nila.
It's great to see how he can just be deployed around the pitch. De Gracia, as we know, a natural right back. As it's over now to Sendra. He's got loads of space. Contra De Gracia. Sendra couldn't get it over. Bancole though. We could hear the frustration sa bench ng United City.
But they do take the ball back now. Maybe 2 minutes to be added on probably. And Tuloy still have that faint hope to equalize here, but United City wants to score, definitely.
A point won't be enough for Tuloy, but hey, you'll take what you can in a scenario like this. And this is Clara Manzano bringing the commentary for this match alongside Ivan Gallares and pitchside reporter Nina Alvia. As they flick it over now to Sendra! And denied! by Michael Antilo Jr. They sure made him work there.
Well, that was awesome. Great 1-2. Diga flicked that ball forward. Sendra finding that second post. Pero Antilo, what a beauty. Full stretch to the left. Too bad they conceded earlier, pero he has done a splendid game today.
He's definitely been busy, but thanks to his splendid work, as you said, kita nga natin yung score. It's still an open game right now. 1-0 in favor of United City. As here's a header now. UCFC couldn't make it 2. Well, they were so close.
Bancole with this third header of the match. That was the strongest one. Fortunately, not on target. Pero mukhang ma-reset na yung swerte niya siguro on the next one. If he gets one more.
That's right. It's been that type of game. UCFC have had to grind it out in this one. They were definitely hoping to score more. But hey, you'll take what you can, right? Because as it stands again, UCFC will get full points. Will Tuloy spoil the party? Tuloy FC again, their agenda, or yung kailangan nila gawin, finish in the top 10 this season. They currently sit in number 12. If you finish in the top 10, you will be retained in top flight football dito sa PFL. As there's a chance now on the left, getting in. Tanin ko with his work cut out. And dun din si Nur Hidayat. As they couldn't get it clearly to Noti Nunez at may banggaan dito sa gitna. It's Darlton Diga and Brian Villanueva getting into a collision while trying to secure possession respectively.
Hopefully both players are okay. That was a nasty collision there.
Darlton Diga appeared to get a yellow also from what we saw. Down in pain, lalo na inis pa siya after getting booked.
I think we have to take another look at that, but that was an awkward connection there. Full on na dumiretso si Digha doon.
Substitution
It
for
was
Tuloy FC.
It was below the knee for
Justin Lupango, replaced by player number 14, Denmark, Urakoy.
Rakoy coming in. Last chance there. Last hurrah for the attack sa Tuloy FC.
We are also about to get added time in this game, or injury time. It's 5 minutes, as confirmed by fourth official Timothy De Castro and our venue announcer David Yumol. I did hold my breath for a moment because I did see Antilo Jr. head over sa sideline. Siya ba sa sub with the way he's playing? And we got confirmation, right? It was Denmark Urakoy coming on for Lupango.
Antilo, stellar so far. Urakoy brought in for the set piece. De Gracia now assigned to set this one up. Harry Nunez nasa kabilang side. Mukhang magagawin sila dito ang kakaiba.
There's also UCFC change. They'll try to get an attacking option in Ivan Owano. And this is in hopes of possibly not just adding fresh legs, but yung insurance goal.
And exactly that. Maybe one more minute additional to be added on top of this. Pero Tuloy FC, probably their last chance in this set piece.
The time continues to tick here. And there you go. They played it short in Tuloy fashion, but denied by Forosuelo. Nukam just cleared it off. Darlton Diga was just storming through. Gusto niya bumawi dito after giving up that foul. You love the determination. Urakoy, first touches of the game, but Lloyd Halike couldn't get it. He's been the check man in this game.
Medyo behind yung pasa ni Urakoy doon. Should have been better there for the substitute.
Owano flicked it over dito kay Ngukam. Sendra. Bancole. Diga asking for it for Asuelo. Moving up to support. They're trying to just manage this game now. Although we did say, Ivan, they're searching for that insurance goal. They do risk being left quite open at the back. So we assume it's that matter of just balancing things out. But here comes a counter attack. UCFC getting their defenders back. Off of Bancole. Doing his job again and sweeping in front. As they play this one long off of Norhidayat. At my corner kick dito. Ang Tuloy FC. Another chance.
Last chance for the guys in red-orange to get something out of this. They have played splendidly the entire match, save for that corner which allowed the USCFC goal, but chance of their own as well.
And played short as expected as they take this one that went well over the bar. You got to take their chances.
A bit hurried there from De Gracia. Sayang yan kasi medyo malayo pa yung defender sa kanya. As we take a look at that direct ball, that was like 20 plus yards out. Very hard to tame. And it depends. Pwede rin mag-extra pass dun, pero dumiretso na siya.
United trying to bring it up now. Ngukam. Tuloy just swarming them now. Kuya Saud getting past Bancole now. Halike tried to return it, but Kuya Saud couldn't secure it now. A chance on the counter, Bugas. They're bringing it up slowly but surely. We're expecting another minute again on top of the 5. As we had a long stoppage. Halike. Kuya Saud got to keep it. Over to his younger brother who just sent it to Norhidayat. Ricky Sendra. And with UCFC, of course, they are set to get another clean sheet. And if they do so, Henry Bandeken will improve to 3 clean sheets dito so far.
Bandeken Fong called when able, and kanina he did do well on those counter-attacks from Tuloy.
We'd often see Bandeken as the busier keeper when he'd get playing time. And he'd hold his own. As Diga comes in, just sent it to the goalkeeper box. Oano winning it, giving them some life. Try to turn, but definitely off target already.
UCFC a final chance of their own as well. We might see all their 12 players in the box.
In the process, they'll also be taking some time off the clock as expected. And with what I've seen, Ivan Oano bringing back his signature hairstyle back, the man bun. This one played short. They'll try to take time off the clock again. The cross came off a Tuloy player, I think. That's why it was slow. Pero nandito kay Ngukam. May konting tulak dun, kaya may pito tayo. I think you were signaling for a potential card there, Ivan, from what you saw. That might be it from the time wasting, right? But earlier, was it the last man challenge?
Well, not really. Could have been. Let's see how they deliver this one. It's a bit far. 50 yards.
UCFC's players all back now to support on defense. It's desperation time dito para sa Tuloy. De Gracia got this into the goalkeeper area. Oano got his head to it. Bancole. And there you go, the full-time whistle, ladies and gentlemen. The lone goal dito kay Ariel Ngukam proved to be enough as United City FC just edged out the youthful and determined Tuloy FC. What a game here, a chess match between the two teams, displaying and flexing their technical ability. Isang goal lang, Ivan, but quality football.
Oh, definitely a close match, entertaining from end to end. It was very interesting for everyone watching, and fortunately for UCFC, their substitutions in the second half made the difference for them. And Ariel Thierry Nuecam getting that decisive goal, number 7. And full 3 points for the guys in black. Take a look at our highlights near the second half. Antilo Jr. doing very well on goal for Don Bosco. Tuloy is a Don Bosco Foundation team. And Hartman had some early chances there in the second half. It was still scoreless, and a couple of chances for him to make an effect. Tuloy had some marvelous counterattacks. Bandek and Fong doing great on that possession. UCFC still started to knock onto the game, pero it was difficult for them to go up against that inspired defensive play from Tuloy FC. That ball hit the face of goal from Paulo Bugas. They were relentless in the second half and were rewarded late, pero it took a while for them to really break this defense. It was very difficult as Tuloy were spirited.
We did see UCFC just batter them wave after wave attacking. We saw the goal right there, and that proved to be enough, but Tuloy definitely did not back down or get demoralized as they carried on in this game. This was another close chance, as we saw.
Well, a couple of chances from Bangkole did not materialize. Sendra forced Antilo for a great save. And it was great work from Michael Antilo Jr. for Tuloy FC. It was challenging. You know, it was one very small defensive lapse that allowed UCFC to get the full 3 points. And unfortunately for Tuloy FC, they go home with nothing at the moment.
Quite cruel, of course, for them, but that's the game of football, as we'll take it over pitch side to Nina Alvia to interview our moment man of the match.
Here with me is the moment man of the match, Ariel Ngukam. So you had an 80% pass completion, you scored the lone goal, and your presence really helped the wingers operate. And you changed up the dynamic of the game. So what was going on inside your head when you were entering the field?
Yeah, first of all, you know, I was on the bench, and that's say a lot. When you're on the bench, you need to see what's going on the pitch. So I saw they struggle a bit on some ball in the air and then running on the first post. So when I came in, I had to do my job as a striker. So I just followed my rules, and I was lucky also to score the only goal today.
So this is considered an important match, especially if you guys want to make it to the championship, right? So how did you guys deal with the pressure of this?
Yeah, we have to say that the past game was not so easy. So a lot of misunderstanding. Today we had the hurt to put everything and to get the 3 points. It was a good fair enough. It was a good opponent. They have a good ball possession, and they make it difficult for us. So we had the aim to win the game and then just to go a bit up on the scoreship and the standings. So now we aim to face good teams again, better teams to win the championship. Or to be second. So that's what is our target.
So now how do you feel going into your next few matches?
Well, we're confident. It was a good 3 points. So now we have all the energy to go again. So that's what we're doing. So next game we will give again everything to get the 3 points.
Thank you so much and congratulations again.
Thank you.
Back to you.
There you go, our moment man of the match. Sabi nga ni Ariel Ngukam, he was lucky to find the back of the net, but that's his 10th of the season. I think you have to be that good also to be lucky. As we'll wrap up coverage from the first match of the day. But next up, we do have Maharlika Taguig FC squaring off with Loyola FC. Two teams out to continue to establish their respective or positions inside the top 10. But we'll say goodbye from the first matchup here, and we'll catch you in a bit. And a big thank you on behalf of Direk Koyo Panko. This was Clara Manzano bringing you the commentary alongside Ivan Gallares and pitchside reporter Nina Alvia. See you, but we'll catch you in a bit.
People always try to put me down on the ground, but I always be jealous 'cause I'm the one in their mouth.